Hi guys, it's Jody. Today's video, I've got spring on the brain. Although it could still snow here in Chicago. We've been known to have snow in April, but I'm thinking about spring and I'm thinking about hot pink, and I want to do kind of a swipe transfer swipe, and I want it to be really chaotic. So these are the things I'm thinking of today. So that's what we're going to do today. So let's go get started. All right, let's run through the colors for today's piece. I have got, let's see, I've got this little piggy's Hustle. It's a little bit thick on me, but we're going to roll with it. This is a Dutch Boy Joe Sonia, pouring medium. And then I have got Golden Fluid Iridescent Bright Gold. And this one's mixed up with my Valspar Varathane pouring medium. And then we got this little piggy's Golden Peach. And this is also my Dutch Boy Joe Sonia. And then I've got the Arteza Magenta Light. And I forgot I had this. It's just about gloopy. I think I'm going to add a little bit more varnish to it just to thin it out a little bit. This is Valspar Varathane. And then this next color is actually, I started with this. This is the PBO Studio Acrylics, the iridescent violet blue. It looks pink though, but I think they're honing in on the violet undertone there. But just by looking at it, it does look pink. And I mixed it up. It was a little bit lighter than I wanted, so I added just a tiny, tiny little drop of this. Oops, it's upside down. This Matisse Flow. It's Australian red violet. You can use other red violets if you have it. Amsterdam has one. Utrecht. There's other red violets besides this one. If you don't have that or can't get it, but I just put just a tiny bit in just to make it more the color that's in there. But this is the Valspar Varathane pouring medium as well. And I do have one on standby because I don't know how much paint I'm going to need. I do have this little piggy's Fairy Floss. I have a little bit left in case I run out of anything. I'm just going to throw this in there. I may or may not use it, but I just thought I'd show you anyways. It is a little bit gloopy. I might add a little bit more Joe Sonia varnish. If your paints sit for a while and you're in a colder environment like I am, they will kind of thicken up. You can see it's a little bit gloopier. And I mean, I've used them this way and they've worked okay, but what you can do is you can add just a little bit more varnish in there or in another acrylic extender if you want, just to thin it out a little bit more. But this is my Dutch Boy Joe Sonia pouring medium. And I've got two cell activators I'm going to use today. Let's see. These are both mixed with Australian Floetrol. I've had this one. I've been using it for a while. This is the Atelier Interactive, the Pale Gold, and then the PBO Studio Acrylics Precious Gold. That makes up this gold. And then it's 4 parts Floetrol, 1 part of this paint. So it's about a half a part of each of those paints that I used. And then this one is the Atelier Interactive Mars Black. Again, 4:1, 4 parts Floetrol, 1 part paint. And now let's go paint. All right, for this piece, I have got a 12 by 24 canvas. This is actually a gallery wrapped one that I got at Hobby Lobby. I like these ones. All right, my pillow for today is going to be my Glidden Premium in Satin. I'm going to get this flooded, but I want to explain kind of what we're going to do. So I want to do a swipe transfer swipe, and I'm going to do it on the diagonal, but I'm kind of curve my line a little bit. I've been thinking about trying to accomplish something like that. So we're going to attempt to curve it this way, and then we're going to kind of swipe kind of starburst almost, where it's going to be both vertical and a little bit horizontal. And then probably maybe the same, or maybe we'll kind of go a little bit more vertically on this side for the transfer swipe. But that's my idea anyways. But let me get this flooded and I'll be right back. All right. I've got this pretty well flooded. What I'm going to do first, because I'm going to make like a thin line just to kind of map out how I want it to go. I kind of want to go like that. I think that looks pretty good. All right, let me fill in some areas here. Now I'm going to come in with the bright gold. Let me put the golden peach on next. All right. I'm going to do the swipe on this side and the transfer swipe on this side. That is my executive decision. So I'm going to get the palette knife loaded up and we're going to start swiping on this side here. All right, I've got the black cell activator, then the gold cell activator, then I have a big blob of the magenta and then that violet blue color on here. And I'm going to start this one right here because we're going to go diagonal. So all right. I am really liking what's happening here. Those were quite swipes. I wanted a lot of littler swipes. I started with the bigger one, but then I realized no, I kind of wanted to go with the flow of smaller ones, so I would get more cells in there. And now we're gonna do the transfer swipe here. But let's put some pillow down. I'm going to put down the rest of this hustle. All right. Got the golden peach. Just a little bit of gold because we do have that gold cell activator. So I'm just going to put just a little. I was using some of this fairy floss in the swipe. I'm just going to use up the rest of this. I've got a little bit of that black cell activator. It's mixed up. That's done. A bit of the magenta. This is going to be a big smorgasbord. And then that violet blue. I'm going to use both cell activators. I'm going to put the black and then the gold on here. How that filled in really nice. I'm just gonna take and I'm just gonna start going here. Some of that was out of view. Sorry about that, but this is the widest canvas I have worked on, and now I want to play. Here's kind of what that looks like. I am so excited to see how this spins out. It is so super chaotic. I love it. I'm going to meet you up at the spinner box and we are going to see what comes of this. Got before we start spinning it out. I'm going to just spin it slow and guide it because I want to keep as much of both sides as possible. But I need to get some paint off too. Oops. Yeah, definitely have a lot. We're going to go off the sides a little bit more, but that's okay. Not used to this width here. I want to stick my finger in it. Ugh, but it is. I still got a lot more paint to get off, but I need it to come over this side here. Let me get some paint to help with that. Down just a little. Okay, now I want to bring it back. There we go. Open that up. Bring some of this down. There we go. Look at that. All right. Now we're flowing. Ooh-wee. Bring it back. Down a little. Getting there. Trying to move some over here, but not lose what's over here down at the bottom. This is tricky. Not gonna lie, this is tricky. All right. We're almost there, and I'm totally digging this. It's so chaotic. I love it so much. I like it with the swipe down, or I like it with the swipe on this side. All right, I think we're just about there. That's it right there. I totally dig that. All right, this is a winner chicken dinner. I am going to get cleaned up, and I will bring you over for the flyover of this guy. All right, here it is as a whole before I bring you in. I've got my flash on because there are some really nice shimmers in here, and this is so super chaotic. I love it. I like it. I wasn't sure about it on my spinner, but the more I stare at it, the more I kind of moved it around. I'm like, yeah, no, this is really super cool. So let's bring you in and kind of show you. And I like that there's not all just cells. There's, you know, places for your eyes to rest as well, amid the chaos. Like right here, for example, I love these cells that are intermixed with the gold cell activator. And they've got the ring around it of gold and a little bit of black. So cool. I'm really digging the transfer swipe. I think the transfer swipe is probably my favorite on this piece, but some of the swipes as well, like this right here, I love this. I love just the movement. And it's got a lot of shimmers in there. I am so excited to see how this dries. And all these smaller little swipes, I'm glad I did that. I'm glad I went kind of the smaller way, just to give it, I wanted a bit more lines in there too, and that's what I got. It's so super chaotic, and that is actually what I was going for. I am so excited to see how this one dries. I believe it might even glow under a black light. Let's check first. It does glow under a black light, doesn't it? Ugh, I love that point of view under a black light, how the cells and all the movement, it just looks so different. It looks like it's on fire. All right, I'll be back once this is dried to show you the dried results. All right, here it is as a whole. I like it on the side like this with the swipe down, and I also like it vertical too, and I'll show you that in a little bit. I'm going to pick it up and give you the all the sparkles in it, but I'm going to bring you in right now and just kind of show you more of the detail. It was so super chaotic. At first I was like, oh, is it too chaotic? But how it dried, I'm absolutely in love with it. I love the mix between the swipe and the transfer swipe. It kind of, I don't know, but there are some really nice, if you can kind of see that in there, really nice shimmers. My favorite part still, I think, is the transfer swipe up here, but I do like how the swipe kind of goes that way. And I like that I used the smaller palette knife too. So there's what that looks like. This is kind of hard to hold, but I wanted to give you the side view so you can see all the really nice shimmers in here. Just gorgeous. All right, there it is vertically. I really like it this way with the swipe on the right. I'm not crazy about this way. I still like the other two sides. So let me know what you think. What orientation do you like best with this? And I'm going to flip you around and give you my final thoughts on this piece. This piece was a little bit of a challenge for me. The width of that was at 24 inches. It was 12 by 24, and it was the first time doing that size piece. And I really like that size, but I have to get used to how to handling it in the puppy pool. I almost lost it a couple times. but this was really a lot of fun to do, and I love the bright colors. I'm still liking that one horizontal and one vertical side. So let me know what you think of this piece. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. So with that, thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.